The American dream doesn't require a college
I don't even know if I was heard. I don't even know if the volume was even loud enough to hear the poor rhymes that I was spitting. There was no hot fire. And if you didn't hear it, it was probably best that you didn't hear it. Hello, hello everyone. I hope you all are having a fantastic night. This random Thursday night. Guys, today has just not been a day. In fact, this week actually hasn't been bad. It's just I haven't been in my best energy. I don't know, well, I know a lot of you can relate if you have a uterus out there, but maybe not relate to the extent that I am relating. I don't know. I'm just not, like, I woke up wanting the smoke. Like, I woke up, like, today, if someone would have come for me online, this would have been the day that they would have gotten, like a response from me. I don't know what it is about my hormones, but I just haven't been in the best mood. And I feel bad, but I don't feel bad yet. Like for instance, I was walking downstairs and I noticed my besties. They came back from going like thrift shopping, and I come downstairs knowing like I had a lot of things to do today. I did a whole lot of nothing though, but I'll get into that later. So I didn't get a chance to go thrift shopping because I was still becoming a human being when the time that my bestie sent the message. Like, she's like, hey, I'm gonna go in like 20 minutes, and I'm sitting here like, I can't make any promises that I'll even move in 30, but I knew all the things that I had to do, so I had my brain set on, okay, at this time I'm gonna get out of bed and start to do that. But anyway, fast forward, I ran my errands, and wait, what happened? I think, no. Then, wait, where was I? What happened? My brain is doing a weird thing because I went downstairs and I eventually left. Oh, okay, I know. So I was originally going to leave and then I ended up getting a phone call. And you know how, well, again, I don't know how many of you can actually relate, but I was just such in the mood to not do something. The moment I got on the phone, I ended up relaxing and talking on the phone instead of doing what I was supposed to do. So eventually after I took that phone call and I started looking for things and getting ready so that I knew the errands that I needed to run, that is when I just wanted to make sure that I was still being heard. But that is when I noticed my bestie and her friends were sitting. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, why can't I tell the freaking story? That's when I noticed that my besties were sitting downstairs and they had Popeye's chicken. And this is when I realized that I was on one. My hormones are through the freaking roof because I got insta upset because I had been craving Popeyes for at least like 3 weeks, ever since I saw that stupid ad that came up on my phone. And then like a week ago I saw that they had these new honey lemon pepper chicken wings, and to be honest, no one knew I've been craving like Popeye's chicken, but I knew that I've been craving Popeye's chicken, and I was just like, how dare they go and get some without me? I know that logically speaking, this makes no freaking sense. Why? Because I didn't tell them that I wanted Popeyes, and my besties love me enough for me to know that if I told them that there's something that I really wanted, one of them at least would remember that I want it, for the most part. But they were eating Popeyes, and I hadn't had anything that I really wanted to eat, so I was angry. So I walked down the stairs. I'm like, how dare you? I ought to punch you in the throat. And you know, they laugh at me and everything, but in my soul, I'm like, if I had the strength to carry out that threat, I most likely would have. So I'm sitting there. I'm standing there, and I'm just like, how dare you? And they're just like, oh, you know, just laughing. And then I walk by, and then my friend Jordan, she's just like, this is the first thing that I had to eat today. And I said, I didn't ask you that. Like, before I could tame the beast, before I can just shut up and accept what freaking happened, before I could register a nicer response, if any, that left my lips. And that's when I officially realized that my hormones have taken over, and I'm no longer Shalandra, I'm Shalandra at this point. And for those of you who know me, you know. So now I'm Shalandra. And I felt bad a little bit, but I was raging on the inside, so I ended up grabbing my bag, I ended up walking out the door, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna go run my freaking errands. And the thing is, I guess my brain was like, you remember all those times that you could have just got you something to eat, but you waited on her indecisive self and you made sure that she had something to eat. And I'm like, they didn't check in with me, and knowing that I'm back here struggling and my uterus is like making me almost lose my life, and I'm fighting this battle that no one knows that I'm fighting. Of course, all this is going up here. Like, also, I'm in the process of making a meal that was going to be for the entire household. And I'm like, and they have the audacity to get food for themselves and not me. Normally, I wouldn't have thought so deeply into it, but today I went there. And now I can honestly say at 9:30 in the evening, I do feel bad about my actions. And I mean, we're all cool and everything. I probably should issue an actual apology than to just assume that they understand that I was going through some things. Because I can understand, like, having an attack brought upon you that you didn't provoke can probably be very, very off-putting. So when I'm not in my feels, I will most likely give an apology. Even though I know they understand, I still think as their bestie, I should apologize because I did come out of pocket. Like, regardless of my reasonings or how I can reason myself right, it was still like shots were fired and nothing was initiated. So I go into all that to say I did not wake up in the best of spirits, and I can't claim that I'm in the best of spirits right now, but I am thankful that you guys are here. So if you're still here, I appreciate you. I also am trying not to have such long like load times. I was in a streamer's stream a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Now my time is being thrown off. I used to be able to keep track when I was regularly going to OVW, but now everything is just like running in together. But it may have been last week or the week prior, and I was in a Twitch streamer's chat, and I'm just waiting for them to start. And it is going on 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I think I stayed in it for like 20 minutes. Because they had like a nice intro and music and things like that. But after a while, I'm literally listening and looking at nothing. And this is annoying. So I realize that I have done the same thing. And I understand, by no means am I faulting the streamer, because I understand things happen. Or you're trying to get set up. And you just want to make sure that you have enough people in your streams so that way when you start talking or when you start interacting, they actually have the time to get there. Because some people don't have notifications. That even happens with me. Like, even if I can set like my notifications on for Twitch, it doesn't let me know every person that I follow. It doesn't let me know when they go live. So I get it. They're probably waiting for everyone to get there or to have a chance to get there. But man, that wait was excruciatingly long for my attention span when I just really wanted to see them. So because of that, I'm like, you know what, people probably feel the same way when I start my stream and I don't go like physically live until like 20 minutes in. I know it can get really annoying, and I appreciate you for your time. At the end of the day, especially in 2024, people's attention spans are not the same. They're much shorter. And people are inadvertently valuing their time more. And I apologize. I so apologize. Just know that I'm not here twiddling my thumbs while I'm just letting the live counter go up. I'm not doing that. But I can understand waiting for your favorite streamer to freaking go live and they're not doing so. You can lose interest. So I deeply apologize. I'm going to try to do better. And with that said, I have some things that I am working on, and I'm so appreciative of you guys for even like following and even for subscribers. So I try to and for those of you who are on my YouTube right now, I'm currently live on my Twitch. And I don't go live on my YouTube as much as I go live on my Twitch, mainly because the copyright situation is really, really strict on on YouTube. Get it together. So I don't feel like even going through the ramifications of that sometimes. So when I'm playing games or I'm playing music where I'm pretty sure YouTube would definitely recommend me for, I'm usually just going to be on Twitch. Or if I'm talking about things or themes or other things that is not appropriate for YouTube, then I will most likely not go live on YouTube. It'll be for Twitch. But I want to thank, and right now I'm going live on both, so I want to thank everybody who subscribed to me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube, and follow me on Twitch. And because you guys are doing that, I want to try to be, like, to offer you something, be as candid as possible, because most times on my social media, I am Shalance. That is strictly Shalance. I usually respond as Shalance. Every now and then Shalandra will come out or Shalandra will come out, but for the most part, that's my social media for my wrestling and the entertainment aspect. But here I try to offer a little more insight or a little bit more behind the kayfabe with Shalandra. And what I'm trying to aim to do is to eventually compile footage to kind of have like a day in the life or just like an inside look into my life. So for those of you who have recently followed or subscribed, you might see that there are literally times where I'm not really talking to the camera, but I'm actively doing things. That is my way to store footage because I don't actively have a camera and I only have so much space on my phone. So this is my way of getting footage out there, so when I do make my little series, I can just pull from the footage that has been on Twitch. And one of the great things about being on my Twitch and possibly even my YouTube is that you'll get to see that footage before it becomes something. So right now, just bear with me, but if you see that I randomly go live and the camera looks like it's posted up in the corner of my freaking room or in the kitchen and I'm cooking and I'm not saying anything, or I'm in the car, or I'm having a conversation with someone, this is just all documentation for the little series that I'm going to make for myself to give people a behind the scenes look at my wrestling life, but like my real life, and you guys get to see it firsthand. It might be a little boring though, because all you know, like with reality TV or docuseries or things like that, obviously it's a lot of footage that people have to comb through. So you guys might be literally witnessing a partial car ride. I could be live for like 5 hours, but when I start making my series, that one car ride might only be like 30 seconds of actual footage with a voiceover. So I'm going to do my best to label what the stream is in case you just don't want to be a part of just watching something happen that may not even be happening. I don't know. And it'll probably say a day in the life of an indie professional wrestler or something like that. If it's labeled that is me just basically saying like, this is an event that you're witnessing. And it might be juicy. It might be me having a conversation with another wrestler or promoter. It might be me breaking down in the corner because I didn't get a booking, or I'm reaching out to places. It might literally be me writing up emails and sending them to promoters so that way you see this process. Or I literally might be upset because I didn't hear anything. I might be at work. So when you see something that says the day in the life of Shalandra or Shalance, or a day in the life of an indie or an independent professional wrestler, just know that's what that is. In the meantime, I still will be going live playing games. I am going to be playing Resident Evil soon. And I got some cool games from Steam. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I pay attention to. Hold up now. I need to know this information before it happens. Sorry, I will be doing an interview at 10 and I just kind of want to know what I'm doing before that actually comes up. But yes, so, yep, thank you guys and bear with me. And to explain that, it's just, I watched these docu-series and I was blessed to be able to be a part of Wrestlers on Netflix, but we all know that wasn't necessarily based around me or the single struggle of independent wrestlers, but it was a small glimpse of the higher end of independent wrestlers. And what I mean by that is, by no means am I trying to fit, or what's the word I'm looking for? Am I trying to rank wrestling? I am, because I'm lacking the proper terms, but I'm not, as in I don't think that I'm better than anyone because I'm on a certain platform. But this is the best way that I can explain it to non-wrestlers and or people who are into wrestling but they aren't wrestlers, or they're just curious. So, and I've done this before, but I will do it again, and I'll keep doing it until I don't have to. But OVW, as it stands right now, in my opinion, is like on the lower end of like TV, like lower end, as in WWE, AEW, TNA, MLW, OVW. Is this a real ranking list? No. This is just to give you an example of where OVW is trying to rank. Of course, there are other promotions that fit. I mean, there's like NWA that I think is along that same path. And then there's other wrestling promotions that have TV, like EPW, where I'm debuting on Saturday. So, again, I am not saying that this is the order. I'm just giving you an example. So you have this whole sphere of WWE, AEW, let's just say that. And then you have like the sphere of like TNA, Lucha Underground, or like in maybe MLW, something like that. And then there's OVW and NWA currently as they stand right now. Both promotions that have great history in that just kind of changed and remixed over the years. So the Netflix series did a great job of highlighting some aspects of independent professional wrestlers trying to pursue a higher level of independent professional wrestling. Because believe it or not, in WWE, the wrestlers are still independent contractors. They're just signed with a major company. But most of us on the independent scene, some of us are independent contractors. Some of us are doing this for fun. Some of us are doing this part-time or full-time. But we're not contracted to be faithful to just one company. And when we take a booking, it's for whatever company and whatever the agreement that you have with that company for that booking. Excuse me. But anyway, so guys, give me a second. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Had some things occur I had to take care of. Some of you, if you don't know, at 10, I'll be doing like an interview with Georgia wrestling history or whatnot. But before I do that, oh, hi, Transformer. So I highly recommend, if you get a chance, please go back and watch this playthrough. I am going to post it afterwards. I think only my subscribers can see it after I post this back on my Twitch, but it might be available. I might keep it up on my YouTube because I do think that there's some important stuff, some important updates that you guys need to hear that are in the beginning of this stream. But let me do this because I have some important things to talk about. Of course, actually, we're going to do this. Actually, screen one or what? This one? Alrighty. So let's talk about some things before I go live tonight. I'm going to be called at 10:15. So let me make sure I give them that okie dokie. I gave them my number. I will do this so that way. I don't know, but I try to make it easier. But anyway, all right. So I will be making my debut at EPW on June 15th. This is going to be after I do my tapings for Liberty Pro. For those of you who don't know, whenever you see my face on Liberty Pro's page, on their flyer, I don't have this flyer up. The submissions for it is over, and maybe I should have brought the flyer up so just that you can see. But Liberty Pro is what we call like a customs taping. Custom is when you get to order the type of match that you want. So if you see that there's someone like why can't I think of people's names? Tessa Blanchard. Let's just say you saw her on the cover for some reason, and you saw me on there, and you had a match, a type of dream match that you would like to see she and I have. And she came to mind because I just saw that she did a cameo for one of my friends. So, and I'll talk about that soon also. But but yeah, no, I did. But anyway, sorry. I'm just getting distracted because I have like messages coming in, and I'm just like, oh, things are happening. Oh, thank you. You like this shirt? But okay, so anyway, sorry. But when you see me post about Liberty Pro, that is your opportunity to order a dream match with any of those girls that you see on that poster. It can be almost any type of match. Now, I do have the consent to the match, so if you have something too crazy that I just don't think that I would ever do, of course I might just like decline. However, the promoter and booker, they have like a sense of what I will and won't do. I filled out all that, so they're not going to have you go through and successfully pick something that I reject. What you see are things that I have consented that I would do. And on that site, that's when you go and you fill out what you want and you pay for what you want, and then that match is yours. Now, and that definitely helps me because I get paid really well for those bookings. So I have that on Saturday. So I'll be filming for most of the day on Saturday. And then after that, I'm going to jump on over to Mississippi and make my debut to face the champion, the women's champion of EPW. And that women's champion, her name is Maddie the Baddie. That name is kind of catchy, you know. She tried it, you know. But I will be debuting there. And I highly recommend, if you are in the Mississippi area or around this area, because I know there's a lot of places like Tennessee rubs up against that area, Kentucky. Like if you are able to make it to that, then I highly recommend that you do so. I think Kentucky doesn't rub that area. It's just Tennessee. Because if it was Kentucky, then I wouldn't be able to work for that show. You know what? I might have should have asked. Let me see. I know this is a little late, but now that I'm thinking geographically, let me check. Let me check. I think I already did this, but let me just do this so that what you guys see. Because yeah, this is not, and I have to make sure because sometimes even if things aren't, oh dang, that is so much closer to where I live than where I gotta go. I think I already did this, but just to be on the safe side. I know at this point, now that I'm like technically looking at this and doing this, like it's kind of too late. But I'd rather not disrespect my home. Even though I know Al wouldn't think that I'm doing that on purpose. But at the same time, I actually don't know what people think when you're not like, you know what I mean? Like, he could easily think, oh, she's not like on TV right now, so she's probably trying to do something to get back. I don't know. Al isn't that petty. Like, he's a whole adult. Like, he's not thinking like that. But I want to make sure that I'm not putting that out there, putting that energy out there, because that's not the case. But my brain, in taking that, I was like, oh, that's like in Mississippi. There's no way. And it just dawned on me of how close that this place is to Memphis, Tennessee. So then my brain is like, if it's that close to Memphis, how close is that to Kentucky? Because Kentucky and Tennessee touch. And there are a lot of states that they touch together for some reason. And if they're touching, then there's a possibility that there's networks that are being shared. And that just happened just now. Ouch. And the last thing I want to do is upset my home. OVW is still my home. I know you guys don't see me on there often right now, but you know, I gotta be gone for you guys to miss me, you know? So, yes. So I'm getting that together. How do I get out of this? Close. How do I escape? Escape. In the meantime, let's talk about another show that I am doing right now. Well, maybe not, because the resolution of this is getting... Why is this not showing? Lucky, are you watching? Lucky was like, he said, those states all be close and touching cause America. You're right. I don't understand why this isn't showing. Like, simply just show. Thank you. Good day. So, this show I'll be doing on Sunday. Unfortunately, this Sunday is Father's Day in America. I didn't mean that sentence the way that sounded. What I meant is, unfortunately, the show is on Sunday, which is Father's Day. Nobody clip that, please. And I don't know why they put a show on Father's Day. Me personally, I'm like, so I agreed to the show before I realized that it was actually on the Father's Day weekend. Now, just to, be a little open and candid with you guys. Personally, I don't have like a close relationship with my father. I have a relationship, but it's not like super close. So it's not like he's going to be upset at me if I don't do anything and I do wrestling. But I'm like, guys, come here, come closer. Like, we cannot feed into the black stereotype of missing fathers. So therefore, because we're putting on a show on Father's Day, is it like nobody would care to do anything for the fathers, But anyway, I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, but I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just joking. Ha ha, he he. I feel like I can make that joke given what's in my life or what's not in my life. But anyway, so this show is on the 16th, and as you can see, it is a nice looking card. This show is aiming to be the first full black casted wrestling show in freaking Atlanta, Georgia. And guys, when I say that I'm thoroughly impressed with everything that's been happening backstage so far, I love it. I love the professionalism. And let me rephrase that. Backstage as in like back of the house, what's being done. This show is keeping me posted with times, locations, video packaging, promo. Just go to their Instagram page and check out all that has been done. Like, they are doing this all. I don't have much content out there because I wasn't able to make the filming days at the time. So please don't judge that by the lack of content of moi. Just know, like, that promotion did all of that for the wrestlers. So all we had to do was show up, be ready, and they were putting together everything. They're constantly checking in on us. Like, I don't have a video package, but they made sure they messaged me to make sure that they could get that. Some promotions, they'll be like, well, they didn't message me. They didn't send me an email. SOL for them. But they checked on me, and they don't have to do that. They have, you see there's a lot of people on this card, and we all know, like, card is subject to change, and there's usually more people that's on the poster, and they still reached out to little old me to make sure that I was good and golden. So I can only imagine how great that show is going to go. I hear there's a red carpet. There's like a, I think kind of something like a meteor scrum or something like that. So if you're in Atlanta, if you're near Atlanta, and if you want to treat your dad to something, or maybe remind your dad of his childhood, because I'm sure the dads now, well, I guess there's no like standard age at this point, but a lot of the dads probably can relate to being a kid that used to watch wrestling or liked wrestling, or maybe enjoyed you liking wrestling. Bring them to a wrestling show and they get to meet me and some awesome people. Patrick Clark will be in the main event. I do know that this is probably going to be the most controversial thing. All of us signed up for the show before we realized that Patrick Clark would be on it. And let me just say that I don't have a major stance on the issue. And let me explain why. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. The reason why I personally can't fully give a stance is because, one, I really don't know what happened. I really didn't know what was going on. I heard things, but I did not look it up. I didn't pay attention to, like, I really don't know what happened. And I feel that for someone who doesn't have facts, I can't form a valid opinion. I know how I feel about the matters that have been discussed, but I don't know how they pertain to him. And I haven't done my research. And there's some people out there that may say, how dare you? You should always do your research and everything. The truth of the matter is, I don't deep dive into all the people that are on every show that I do. I may research my opponent, research the promoter, the promotions, and maybe some like veterans that are on the show, so I don't make like a double snakes of myself and not know like who I'm talking to and things like that, because that's happened when I first started wrestling. But I don't know, and I just feel like I can't rightfully pin anything on anyone when I don't have any info. And at the moment, there are so many freaking things going on in my life, and probably in your lives, and everything. Like, I don't know if that's something that I just need to do, because at the end of the day, like, he's booked on the show. And however, I do understand that he's associated with very sensitive topics, and that can be triggering for some people. And to be honest, those types of topics are triggering for me as well. I heard that the allegations were dropped, or that nothing was founded upon those claims, like he's proved himself innocent, but I don't know. And all I know is there hasn't been any action, so I'm assuming because there hasn't been any action, something's dropped. And I see that he's being booked at places. I don't know. All I can do is make sure that I am as respectful as possible when I'm in his presence, and I pray that he is respectful to me, and that we're all there to do our jobs. The unfortunate part is there's a dark cloud looming over him, but I can't say that everything is true or not true. And that might be that way forever. And something else might come out. I don't know. But because I am ill-informed and because I am ignorant to a lot of the matter, I'm just on the show. And I am doing what I'm supposed to do. I am not condoning what the allegations are, and I'm not trying to downplay what the allegations are. I just know that I know nothing. I don't know much about what happened. I don't know much about the inner machinations of it. I was encouraged to watch an interview that he did, I think like a few months ago, that he outlined and explained everything, but I haven't watched it yet. And honestly, I never thought that I'd even be on the same show as him, so I didn't do my due diligence in researching it. All I ask is that you respect me and my choice to continue to work this show. Because again, I agreed to working the show before I even was aware that he was on it. And I ask that you respect me as Shalandra and as Shalance, and respect the craft that I do. So that if you do have any negative connotations that's geared towards this particular wrestler, you do not let that cloud your judgment of me. I am independent of it all. And I took a job and I committed to the job. So I pray that you respect my decision to keep my job that I agreed to do. Enough said, right? So I hope you guys understand. Oh, wow. Well, give me a second, guys. Sorry guys, getting some stuff together. Dang, I wish I could do that too. I really appreciate that. Because I am sensitive. Sorry, there's some beef going on online. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll get into that a little later. Because my interview is about to come up. So let's see what you guys have been saying. Why is my chat box not here? Sure, let's do this thing because apparently why is my chat box gone? Media, because you guys have been chatting. Can someone type something really quick in chat and see if like that's coming up? Because I actively see chats, but I don't see. But anyway, I think all this needs to be. Okay, I see it. I am on the 28th. I think I just secured another booking. Alrighty, so we have, or at least I love the food in Memphis. There's been some sketchy places in Memphis where I'm just like, ooh, let me clutch my pearls. But Memphis is like so close to where I'm wrestling, so if you're close to that area, you should definitely come. Watoza said, tough spot to be in. It's hard to dodge shady characters in the wrestling business. That is very true. He's like, especially of the. What do you mean of the? Oh, especially if the promoter is the one booking the questionable people. It is, and the thing is, I don't know Patrick Clark as a person, but I've always been on a weird line because I'm about things being. I can't even say, because if I had been in a situation as like the alleged victim, like I'd be pissed. I remember how I felt when a certain person I felt did me dirty and no one believed me, or people took that person's side. That hurt me, but I knew my hurt. The other people knew the other person, and it really broke my heart because I felt like they betrayed me. But at the same time, I also knew in the back of my mind, oh, wait, give me a second, guys. I think my interview is starting. You have.
The world famous! Yay!
Hello.
Oh, what is up with the most, and I'm saying this right now, the most overall talented woman on the independent scene today?
Aw, thank you.
How are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
Oh my God. I'm still doing this wrestling shit. I don't. I haven't obviously been to a show where you've been on in a while, but
I know.
one of the things I need to do in 2024 is fix that shit. Now, I've been commentating all of the establishment shows. Where have you been, and what have you been doing, and what's going on?
I've been doing a whole lot of stuff, but a whole lot of nothing at the same time. So
Nice.
I eventually did a lot of OVW, became a roster member there, so I'm like on call doing their house shows and then during their TV. I also have just been working. Actually, I've been working a little bit more in Georgia, because at one point I was like everywhere but Georgia. And I'm making a return to Florida in July. But I've just been mainly working Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, or Illinois, depending on who has to hear. Where else? I've just been up there.
Nice. Well, I have a whopper of a question, but I want Larry and Arman Jabari is here. I would love for them to ask you a question first before I drop this incredibly depressing, thought-provoking question.
Okay.
Guys, if you've got something for Miss Royale, please.
You got something, Jabari? I have something later about change, so I will wait for that. Thanks so much. Okay.
Hi.
So I'm curious.
Oh, sorry. I was saying hey to Jabari.
Hey, how you doing, Princess?
I'm doing well. Now that I hear you.
Thank you. Love you. Miss you. I'm curious, Shalante, about what you're doing at RIPW.
where you're definitely a very West, or is this something different you're doing in Georgia?
Oh, it is definitely Midwest. I have to say, I have to credit OVW for just letting me do whatever I wanted and realizing the true hill that's been within me. And then in the Midwest, you know, they just kind of let me run rampant as they should, because, you know, I am the star of the show. And and it's great. It's great. I think that's probably where I feel the most comfortable now, because traditionally, or at least what I was taught when I was training, typically the heel leads the match, and it's usually the more experienced person. And I've been working a lot, and I've gained a lot of experience, and there's a lot of new people, and so I feel that that's lended well for me to learn how to lead, and also it works well with my gimmick. And believe it or not, it really, really lends well to when you're injured, because I got a big injury last year that changed like everything. So I'm a heel everywhere now, but people are trying to make me a good guy.
Do you even want to be a good guy at this point?
Yes and no. Like, I feel like the money is better as a good guy when it comes to merch, or when it comes to people really wanting to see you, you know, because with my gimmick, I can be really annoying and people really don't like me. So they will skip over my table. They will not talk to me. They like to talk crap to me, or they like to sing over me. And that works, but there are some people that legit just don't like it, or they think that I can't do anything, or they think that I can't wrestle. And that sometimes sucks, because I'm like, hey, I don't want you to not come to a show because you're afraid I'm going to screech in the microphone.
But that's why we do come to the show, because you do freaking. Because I know at RIPW, that is why half the crowd was there. Because the show that I actually did come to, you were screeching, and we were screeching right back.
And believe it or not, like, I'm still learning. So like to like be completely honest, you know, now I'm finding that sweet spot where I can still be like the cocky but like nice nasty Shalonce, and still people like it. So now I'm just looking for some great baby faces or some even better heels, so I can still be me and have fun. So, you know, some people love me, some people love to hate me, but, you know, it is what it is.
What if you switch genres of music?
So I thought about that, and the thing is, now in 2024, you have some music gimmicks coming out. You have rappers, you have some pop stars, you know, and I just feel like if I switch, then I would really be competing. But there's not an opera singing wrestler. I know that I can sing whatever genre that I want. Like, you know, I'm working on some stuff now, but in the ring is so much easier for me to actively beat people up and sing at the same time. It's harder to do that with R&B stylings or in a pop song. Like, I would definitely need the microphone. But one of the things that my opera training has been able to help me with is projecting. And I can still be heard without a microphone pump kicking someone. And you don't see that. Like, there's nobody else doing that.
My still one of my 3 favorite spots that I witnessed in 2023 was when you were working Pro Wrestling Action here in Florida, and you'd beaten her down, and you started singing and running around in a circle, taking these victory laps. I have rarely laughed so hard while the rest of the crowd was very angry. Like, and that's a crowd that kind of like, I would say Pro Wrestling Action, some will take this as an insult, is kind of a light show. They don't go for usually a heavy emotional punch, except usually with whatever's going on in the main event. everything else is treated kind of as light fare, and the crowd seems to know that.
Yes.
It's more of a Joy Mayberry crowd than a Raven crowd, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yet they would get legitimately angry at you.
Yeah.
Here's my heavy question.
Okay.
Here's my heavy question. You ready for it?
I
All right.
think so.
So Carly Bravo brought up this thing about, if you're wrestling in Georgia, there's still the same people on top and blah 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 blah. And it's on this discussion that kind of raged back and forth amongst a bunch of people. And you sort of expressed this notion of, yeah, I think things in Georgia are a certain way. Do you really feel as if there is a clear distinction? I certainly do. Let me just put that up front. Is there a real difference between, say, Georgia and Florida, or Georgia and where you wrestle in the Midwest? And if so, how would you, if the best you could sum it up, how would you define Georgia versus somewhere else? Florida, Midwest, whatever.
Okay. So I'm going to have sort of a long-winded answer, so please bear with me. So now that I have been a lot of places, my major observation is, and this is no shade to any other state, I will go ahead and say that I don't know all the states. I don't know all the talent in every state. This is just me basing it off of my experience in Georgia and other states, especially in the Midwest.
That's right.
Georgia has a plethora of great talent. Georgia has a plethora of great history. We have a plethora of great veterans. And I feel like no one is connecting history or connecting talent with vets or any combination of those three. I have gone to other shows in other states and seen that the talent is kind of okay. You have a lot of weekend warriors or people who haven't quite gotten the taste of the upper indie or pro, and they're just figuring it out. And you can look at them, and just to be honest, you can look at some of them and you're just like, they're not going to be professional, even on the indie. And then you have some that they're going to be something. But there's I look at the talent in Georgia and I see a lot of people that can be a lot of things, or I see a lot of potential that they can be a lot of things. But you have these promoters that dig in the same pool and push the same narratives, the same people, because they either feel like they're already stars or people know them, so they want to make sure they draw the money. They don't want to piss off a certain crowd. They don't want to piss off certain people. I don't know for sure. I haven't spoken to all the promoters. This is just me on the outside. And they're overlooking certain people. Or they'll see one kid who's confident in himself do a headlock takeover the wrong way and condemn him to the graveyard rather than someone pulling the kid aside. Yeah, and they'll condemn him to the graveyard forever setting them up.
What a great point.
Instead of pulling the kid to the side and look, first of all, telling them what they did wrong and then giving them an opportunity to correct it. Georgia is no longer the land of second and third chances. And in wrestling, we have seen plenty of times how people call quote unquote rookies F up. Or they don't understand. Because let's face it, a lot of people get into this business, they're young and they don't know. And this business is a little dated, so it's treated like a fraternity. And they'll F up and people will call them a greenhorn and everything and want nothing to do with them and feel like they need to learn it the hard way when they really don't know what they did. And let's just say that the person they're cocky, because you do have some people that start on the scene very confident. What happened to that understanding compassion? Like, dang, that person's young, they think they got it all. Let's just show them what it's like to learn. Let's be patient, because years and years ago, some of these vets now were probably very similar. And I don't understand why we just can't teach each other.
They were all pains in the ass. They were all
yeah.
all the guys that love gatekeeping now, and that goes for bookers and promoters, all these guys who love spouting this advice and, oh, this guy, we need to do this and blah, blah, blah. Larry and I think, Larry, back me up if this is true. I feel like at least 25% of the people that we interview or have on Tipping Point lately have been about giving them a shot at stating their case and getting some redemption. Guys like Hakeem, right? Guys like David Ali, for crying out loud, right? We're like, I think Shalonce has really put her finger on something that it's pretty hard to argue. I don't know when Georgia used to be the state where you could come to be taught. And now, instead of the heart of a teacher, most of the bigwigs have the heart of like a mogul.
Yes.
And sorry, it just doesn't lend itself to mogul behavior.
Yeah.
And
if I can speak from personal experience, because the thing is, I'm going off of speculation. No one has told me, oh, you did this wrong, or you didn't do this, or you did that, whatever. I can only be led by, my opinion and how I was feeling. But I started out new, and I wanted experience. And there's a lot I didn't know. I had great basics. I had great teachers that I had amazing basics. I didn't understand character work at the time, but I was trying and I was willing to work. And then I went outside the state a few times to up my ability working different styles. And then the next thing you know, it's like no one is booking me or negotiating, because at one point I was practically wrestling for free. And they were using the same girls on every show. And no one talked to me. Even if I had done something wrong, no one talked to me. So I said, you know what? If my own state that I was born and raised in doesn't see my worth, then I'm going to go somewhere else and try to get this experience. And even now, there was a promotion that I worked for and I faced a girl and we didn't have the best match. It wasn't bad looking on the outside in, but it wasn't the match that she and I thought that we would have together, given our history, given the fact that we don't mind effing each other up if we have to, but it just wasn't our best go. And I apologized to her because I had some things I was going through mentally, emotionally, and physically, and I haven't been back since. And I don't know if this person doesn't want to work with me or they're just trying to expand whatever, but my thing is, it's I want the opportunity to learn and redeem myself, because it's not like I was unsafe. It's not like I just, did anything worse to them than anyone else has. But I have to learn also. I don't just do this because, I think this is cool to do. I want to be able to go on to bigger and better locker rooms. And if there's something that I did that I shouldn't have, then talk to me. And I'm a person that I will remember that. And I remember, hey, this person took the time to really help me. I was a wreck. I was drizzling crap and they did whatever. We remember that. And this is, and piggybacking off that thought, we know this business is about connections. And no one's working hard to build legit connections, business connections. Everyone it feels like they're in for themselves. But that's a whole other topic for another day. But for Georgia specifically, I do agree with a lot. I think promoters need to really invest in building talent now. I feel like in 2024, not just wrestling, but people are piggybacking off of other people building themselves rather than learning how to really build a star and teaching us how to build ourselves.
Priscilla Kelly sucked.
The only thing in that they need better communication also.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with
being
talking?
honest.
Yeah. Being honest. What's wrong with saying, hey, it's your look. Hey, it's this and that. Or and let me just give a side thing too of saying maybe in defense of promoters or what I'm about to say about like communicating, wrestling isn't as black and white in this day and age as it may have been 10, 15 years ago. And there's certain things that people are trying to avoid to keep off the internet. What would it, like a promoter telling me let's just say a promoter is like, you just don't have the look, and now I'm feeling some type of way, and I go online and people are like, how dare they say that about you? You're gorgeous and you're this and that. And now they lost money for simply sharing their opinion for their promotion. So I understand why maybe some things aren't communicated, because people are afraid of being canceled, or people are afraid of, things being taken out of context. But I do think that promoters should be more open. And I'm not saying anyone said that about my look. I'm just giving that as an example. But I do feel that maybe they should work harder into using what they have and seeing the beauty in the people they have. Georgia has some thirsty talent that are busting their butts. They really do.
Priscilla Kelly sucked, and people tolerated it and helped her along the way.
Yes.
And booked her with whoever she needed to be booked with, a.k.a. Kiera Hogan. And those two wrestled each other 5 billion times. And it sharpened both of them. And they both ended up getting deals. And a lot of people like to put their claim on Priscilla Kelly. Truth is, Murder trained her. A bunch of people booked her. But there was more of a mentality of, she's worth spending this time on and tolerating maybe her not being as good as she is going to be in the ring. And I think when you come from a place of nurturing and teaching and love, as corny as that may sound to people, I think you're much better off.
Yeah.
And in Florida, what I see is Daniel Mac Shaw at everybody's fucking wrestling show. And I see a lot of the guys who run this show show up at other shows just to help out. Mm-hmm. Because there's this understanding of this shit is hard, Mm-hmm. And I think, Marquise, a.k.a. DMC, would allude to this. I think, guys like Drennan and Teddy, these are guys I see again and again and again at the different shows that I attend. And I think it's just a different mentality. And I think, but it can all be reversed very quickly. And there are promoters, don't get me wrong, I don't think Shalonte's saying that either. I think there are people who are doing their thing, and mm-hmm. they're really making the scene better and all of that. Yes. But I would also add this, though. I think there is a creativity dearth from the offices of most of the promotions in Georgia. I think most of them bore the living shit out of me. And I think the visionaries are few and far between. Mm-hmm. I think something like the Savage 16 is amazing, and it clearly had everything, but what it didn't have was a big audience to look at it. Mm. And I think instead of there being this, how do we fix that? How do we get people to watch the things that are really worth watching? I think that's another question. But anyway, Jabari, you had a question you wanted to ask. I want to make sure you get that in.
You can ask people what they want to see too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes communication goes a very long way, even with certain fans. Like, okay, I'll just throw myself out there. Certain fans like me. You can ask me straight up, what do I want to see? What would I want to get out of this show? Not to say that I'm going to influence you in how you book your show or how you want your show to go. However, sometimes if you do cater to the fans or to the average fan and don't make us feel like, hey, you're dumb because you don't know what we do backstage, or, we're dumb because we don't follow your vision of the show, maybe, just maybe, more people will be a little bit more welcome to come.
Mm. Yeah.
I think that's just a thought. I think there's a specific problem with women's wrestling in Georgia that it's kind of like there's an ambivalence with promoters in booking women's wrestling in Georgia. So it's kind of like become a self-fulfilling prophecy that a lot of the better women wrestlers like yourself salons. They have gone to other states to get bookings. And then the Georgia promoters, some of them, feel sort of hamstrung in booking women because they can't get the women they want, it seems, on the shows because they're elsewhere. So it's kind of going both ways on that one. Like, for example, Josh Wheeler at SSP, he's basically at this point said flat out he's not going to book women anymore because he's had so much trouble getting women booked or getting them not to cancel on him that he's given up. Now, that's just a particular thing for his promotion, that he's run into that trouble. So I think it's even a more difficult case for women wrestlers in Georgia than it is for the men wrestlers. One other thing I wanted to mention as far as like the same guys getting booked everywhere. One promotion that I'm noticing is booking a lot of younger guys and building attendance based on a very young roster of guys is Wrestle America. They're not using the same people necessarily that everyone else is using, and he's doing well. He's building a crowd down there. So it's interesting to see because he's been speaking of Michael Stevens, been very open-minded about the people that he's bringing in. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Did you want to Jabari, something about the chain show before we?
Oh wait, can I piggyback off of?
Go?
Can I piggyback off what you're saying about women's wrestling? So I think I don't know. I think there's a lot into it because first of all, I was like, I wasn't contacted, and I'm very reliable. It's rare that I ever have canceled on a booking, and usually when I had to cancel, it's been for very legit reasons. And I wasn't contacted, I don't think. But I think another thing is sometimes the promoters in Georgia don't think that some of us are worth it or worth what we ask for. I think they don't want to pay. I know a lot of women are more than the average guy, and I've even heard promoters say, oh, for that, I can book like 10 dudes and I can do this and that. I understand, but there was a wrestler, Nate made a really good point one day. We were at RIPW, and he said that he had a debate with someone about, like, why do women feel like they can charge more and whatnot. And he's like, well, hey, they've been treated like, the word is escaping me right now, but like we've been treated as like an attraction. But when you look on YouTube and you can see that there are 10 matches posted and 9 of those matches are men and 1 match is a women's match. Look at the views on that match. There's a match on RIPW YouTube's channel where they're soon going to be able to monetize once they hit like 1,000 followers. You know how that goes. You hit a certain amount of followers and a certain amount of views. And there's a match between me and Rose Gold that's over 11K views. And it's only been a month or 2. And I'm not saying like that's like a lot. But when you got matches that's been on there from well-known people that's been on that YouTube channel for 5 or 3 months that only have 59 views, that's saying something. So I understand that whole debate when people are like, if you're charging arm and a leg, are you putting butts in seats and you're doing this and that? But the thing is, it's like, here's my rate. Let's see if we can negotiate. You know, and people don't negotiate anymore. Like, they'll see like your rate and then they'll be like, okay, thank you. And I'm like, well, can we talk about it? Like, do you have like a certain amount of dates that you want? Do you have like an opponent? Can I bring in someone? You know, they're not doing business anymore. So I go into all that to say, yes, booking women can be difficult. I've assisted a few shows where I'm trying to book multiple women and you get one canceled. They take a booking that's better, or they're sick, but because it was last minute, or you know, or they double book, it happens. But I really think like a lot of promoters just don't think that in Georgia that the women are worth investing in, and they rather get a deal or a 2-for-1. Like if the girl is coming with a guy already, they rather do that opposed to saying, hey, I'll pay you this trial, you know, see if it's worth it, or negotiate. Am I making sense?
Yeah. I mean, PCW was built on 2 women. That's the truth, right? I mean, a green is grass. Now she's woed. Everybody loves her. When she was Aisha Sunshine, she was green as the fucking grass. And the only other woman that I trained who was there all the time was Pandora. And they beat the living shit out of each other for 2 years, right? And they main evented the Masquerade multiple times. Every kind of match you can think of, we did with them, right? First blood matches, I quit matches, street fight matches, blah, blah, blah. And what it did, this is when I really found out something about women's wrestling, because this thing about women get paid more, and I don't know if they're worth it. Pandora went on from PCW and got paid more than any other wrestler in Georgia. I guarantee it. As the roast joke about her goes, how is she like wine? Because she's old, expensive, and full of alcohol. And like, but it was true. It's because she learned. It's like, and what it did though was it got women like Sue Young, Leva Bates, all those people wrestled for a song for me, just because they wanted to be around. Oh my God, what's this women's wrestling thing this promotion's got going on? That's the other part of the puzzle that nobody wants to talk about. Be more creative, book better.
Yeah, and
Book
negotiate.
Doesn't matter.
And it's a business. People forget that.
If I'm gonna bring in Shalance for like, if I map out a plan and a vision for you, instead of just going, I'm gonna bring you in to wrestle so and so, and you'll put her over or she'll put you over, or whatever the fuck, right? Like if I said, here's my long-term plan, which was Pandora and Aisha. We're gonna, you guys are gonna beat the living shit out of each other. If there was feud of the year back then, they would have won it every goddamn year, right?
Yeah.
Like, boom, boom, boom. And then and in this particular show, we're gonna turn you both. We're gonna turn one of you face and one of you heel. And it's gonna work, and we're gonna do it, and we did it. And then it kept their thing fresh. And then when they broke off and did other things, people wanted to see it. And sometimes it was wrestling women that would come in. Sometimes it was wrestling women that I had trained who were now ready to be in the ring. And sometimes it was wrestling dudes. It didn't matter. At the end of the day, it's get in and get over. And the problem is they want, for the money, what they want is this insta, well, how many tickets are you selling mentality, instead of how can we develop a thing that will work in the long term,
Yes.
where you come out ahead, your career is made better by being associated with us, our promotion is made better by associating with you. There's always this mentality of, well, of course you want to be here, we're good for you. But never is it said that the wrestlers are good for them. Like, Action comes to mind in Georgia. Their mentality is, well, of course you want to work with us because you'll be an IWTV. Like, those dickheads don't understand that without the in-ring talent, there is no promotion. Action is nothing if without the in-ring, right? So, I don't know. I think there just needs to be an understanding. I know we got to get David Ali on, but I can listen to Shalance talk forever. She and I have had very deep discussions about wrestling before.
We have.
You know, I know so Shalance, please tell us what you got coming up, and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, did I talk over Jabari?
No, you're just fine.
I didn't know if you had
Go ahead.
your question.
I mean, I can wait till David's on also, because it's basically going to be the same question.
Well, I'll answer it. I got social medias I can plug my junk in. Like, I can do that anytime.
I was going. Go ahead, Jabari. Yeah, so I was going to ask specifically about the chain show, African American to African American, black folk to black folk. What does this chain show mean to you? Because, as you know, we've been seeing a whole lot more black shows. Let's just be honest. We've seen a whole lot more black shows within the past 3 or 4 years now. From Black Wrestlers Matter to, you know, All Caribbean. And, you know, it just seems like finally there is a space that we can show out and it be, you know, a celebration of us. And I just basically want to know, what does this chain show mean for you? Are you excited about it? Have you even been on any of these shows? Have you even been around any of these shows?
Well, I have mixed feelings. First of all, I will say for the Change show, I'm very excited. I've been, not the locker room per se, but just seeing the professionalism, just seeing how well everything is being executed, at least now. We all know it will really prove itself on show day, but everything is so organized and they're investing in their talent. Like, they had a few days dedicated to like filming video packets that no one had to come out of their pocket for. And it feels great to have a promotion invest in us, pay our rate, and invest in us. So I'm really excited to work for a promotion that I really feel like they care. But on the other end of it, this has nothing to do with Change per se, but this is just something that I just kind of want to get off my chest. I've worked for Battle Slam, and I'm on Change and RIPW and other shows that have a predominantly black, or for the lack of better terms, minority pool of talent. And it just breaks my heart because it reminds me still of division. It reminds me that there are still some things that aren't being addressed. And it hurts me because I feel like my people or my fellow wrestlers, not necessarily just speaking about my people because of my skin tone or my ethnicity, it's just we want to be inclusive. And it breaks my heart because you'll look at one show and you'll see majority white people and maybe one chocolate chip. And then now you got another show where it's majority black people and maybe one or two chocolate chips. And it just kind of breaks my heart that in 2024 in Georgia, we still have to have these shows where like, oh, it's great that we can just show out because someone's writing for us. Someone's giving us different storylines and giving us a chance. It sucks,
Yeah.
Do you think that it's because, now that we're having black bookers, more black no problem. I said, do you think now that we are having, more people in the back, black bookers and black promotion owners or whatnot, that we're still a little new to this, and that might be where some of the problems are coming in?
I think if any promoter started out new, they had problems, like anybody, regardless. But I'm not quite sure if it's just for that. I just think, and I'm not saying there's any problems. I just think that in Georgia, we're still very separate. And I just wish promoters would work together and see all the talent and give a chance, and that is more integrated. And I'm not trying to say that we're all segregated. I'm not trying to like be so down about it. But just look at it as like, why is there a need for us to feel like we have to create a show to show certain talent? Like, ask that question. Why do we feel a need? And that's not just in Georgia per se. You know me, Jabara. You know. But I'm talking about Georgia. Why do we have to have these separate shows? And why aren't people believing that we're worth investing in? Like, why is it that I finally returned to work to Georgia and it's predominantly black promotions that are booking me? So that's the question that I wanna leave, and maybe David can piggyback and answer that, or maybe that's a question, and maybe I'm wrong. I am totally open to hearing the opinions. I'm not trying to open a can of worms, but just for someone that's on the outside looking in, sometimes it just breaks my heart because I just don't like to see so much division, and there's so much talent.
And your experience is your experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's neither right nor wrong. It's just your experience. And I can understand also, you know, as you know, as the fan coming into it, yes, why is it now that we just have to have just a specific black show right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
And
You
is
know,
that a promoter
why,
thing?
you know,
Or is that a fan thing? And that's another question. Like, are promoters feeling like there's. Because I had a promoter tell me before that they feel that I appeal to. I think they used the word ebony. An ebony audience.
Oh boy. Wow.
Ebony, I believe. I was like, oh, really? So and I know that you have another.
That boy mentality has to change a little bit.
Yeah, and I.
That good old boy, that has to change.
So that's another question.
Those terms just can't fly in the year of 2024.
Well, this was told to me a few years ago, but those are just questions that I want to leave you guys with to see, because maybe I'm seeing things differently, like maybe, but I'm just saying, like, is it a fan thing? Do they feel like their audience cater to a certain type and they want to do that? Because at the end of the day, the promoters have to have money in their pocket. Like, they're running a business, and do they feel like we don't cater to that type of audience? And maybe for black people, we want to cater to like our audience. And I don't know, but I promise that I wouldn't keep you guys forever. So I just want to say thank you for just letting me talk. I really do appreciate you all, and I miss you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shalance, for the thought-provoking interview.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated.
Oh, anytime. That's what I'm here for. You still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'll
Thank
plug
you,
myself.
Shalante.
I'm
No
currently
problem.
live on Twitch. I'm on Instagram, IG, YouTube. You can find me at Shalandra_Royal, or, people know me enough to where you can just Google opera singing pro wrestler, and you'll find me. You guys will find me.
Nice. Cool. Thank you.
All right.
Well, thank you all.
Shalante, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great, and I'm sure we'll see each other down the line. And if you have a chance to see her, go do that shit.
Thank you.
Come out Sunday and see her. Come out see your son. See her Sunday.
See me Sunday.
I will see you Sunday.
See ya.
I will see you.
Say bye.
Bye. All right. I know the Savior is waiting. Is he waiting?
So, what'd you guys think about that? What'd you think? Oh, that woke me up. I was sleepy at first. Someone, I got messages. Let me see. Who's this? Okay, I'll be right with you guys. Give me a second. I know. come on. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. I logged into... Uh-oh. Oh, I'm itchy. Okay. So I do have to get ready. I'm not going to do my hair tonight. Maybe I should play a little something before I leave. I don't know if Watoza is still in here. I think I was addressing something that he was saying because I just wanted to kind of clarify. I forgot. I gotta... It's the YouTube chat. That's what's showing. He's like, this is epic. You should hang out with Roman Reigns. I wish I could. Back, sorry, I was doing something. So, oh, I don't know. Thank you, Casey Wrestling, the creator. But yeah, to address Waitosa, he was saying like, says especially the promoters, the one booking questionable people. You know, that has always been like a tough spot because I don't like it when people force... I don't even know how to say this because it's a tough spot for everyone, especially when something hasn't been proven. Because we have a system and we all believe in justice, but now we have something called social media crucifixion, and people can be canceled even without proof. It just works better if people have proof, and it happens quicker when people have proof. I don't know, like, it's just like me getting into a political argument with someone who avidly pays attention to the news and knows about political parties and stuff. I barely know. Like, I just got excited today because I saw an article or something about Biden really trying to work for women's rights or something. I don't really know everything that he stands for and doesn't stand for. I will not win in a political argument because I don't know everything. I just know that there's a judicial branch, an executive branch, a legislative branch. Like, I know the basic things I learned in school, but I haven't done my due diligence as an American citizen to pay attention to the issues that each political party supports or go against, and in terms of the things with voting. I haven't paid attention in the last 2 major elections, and that's on me. I'm just being honest. I voted purely off of feeling and emotion, but I'm woman enough to admit that. But I would never go hand in hand with someone based off of feelings when they have facts. And with that being said, in that situation with Patrick Clark, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't believe the victim, and I'm not saying I believe or don't believe what Patrick did or didn't do. I don't know. I don't even think there was a case. There was nothing that was followed up. And according to a friend, they told me that apparently he was proved innocent. But I don't know. I cannot say
because I don't know that for sure. And the last thing I want is to not believe a victim. But the other last thing I want, well, I guess that wouldn't be the last thing if I have another last thing. But the second to the last thing I want is to accuse someone of something that they haven't been proven guilty for. And I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I didn't do anything. That's all I know. I didn't do anything. I wasn't involved in it. All I was is booked on a show, and then a couple of weeks ago we see the flyer and he's on it. No, I see a video package. And I was like, oh. And let me tell you, at first I didn't even recognize it. Like, I did and didn't. I was kind of sleepy when I saw it, and I was just like, is that? And I went to sleep, and I woke up, I'm like, that is who I thought it was. It's a difficult situation to be in. Because there's some people out there that's like, well, then once you found out that you were on that show that they were on, and you should have unbooked yourself. But with wrestling, and I'm pretty sure it's like that with any other thing, it's like I made a commitment, and this was done last minute. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I ask is just people respect me and forgive me for my ignorance on the matter, because I don't know everything that happened. And just respect that I want to honor my contract with me and the promoter. And that I pray that if the allegations are true, that the victim finds peace and healing, and that justice is served. Or I pray that if the allegations are false, that Patrick finds his peace on the road to redemption in the public eye, and that the victim is forgiven of their lies or transgressions if the allegations are false. But I don't know, and I don't think that I or other people that are still on this show should be reprimanded for wanting to honor the booking that they agreed to, and then someone else was added. And just respect everyone for their role on the show. There's people coming to see me. There's people coming to see Rose Gold. And yeah, they may be coming to see little Patrick Clark, but they're coming to see me. And I don't want to disappoint my fans. But I don't know, what are your opinions about it? Like, I speak my opinions, but I'm open to learn. I'm open to mainly learn. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, but I want to learn. I want to know. And I don't know. I just want to learn. Okay, Casey. Casey says I have like 1,000 WWE figures. What? Give me some. He says, I found a website called Wrestleistic. You can print out some wrestling accessories. Hi, Mike. I don't know. Oh, I was behind on the thing here, so I don't know. Hello, Mike.
Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. It's a sticky situation. But you know what? We're not going to dwell on it for any longer because I can't change it. I cannot change it. Redemption. Who knows about that song? Who knows about that? Why can't I get rid of... Na, 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 what it might say, said this is great. Wasn't expecting it when clicking through videos. Hello, Mike. Mike. What am I thinking of? Mike H. Mike H in the house. He's in the YouTube chats. He's texting. What is he saying? Oh. I think I might have... What games do I have right now? I'm trying to map out my travel day tomorrow. I know I gotta redo my hair because this hair is a mess. And get in the car and go to Miffy's. Oh, that is wrong. I need steam. Heavy Rain. I heard about that game. It is $20. Oh, wait. Oh, Five Nights. Wait, what is this one? Oh, that's still $40? Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It was dropped in 2021 and it's still $40. It won't let me accept. Oh, wait. Are they live on YouTube? Let me see. OMG. Oh, I am missing things up here. It says, hi, shall I say this is great? Okay. It says, I have a wrestling. I'm training. Oh, you are? That's the next time you're lacing up your boots this weekend. I'm wrestling this weekend. Where's the tipping point? Because someone is listening to me actively right now, so I'm like, where can I watch it? Is it a podcast? Can we listen now? Let's see if I can find it. Ooh. Okay, guys, I think I found it. No, never mind. I don't know why they chose that picture, but that look good. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it so that way we can
There we go, guys. Here we go. Or maybe. Oh, wait.
Did and what, let's say, New Jack did, right? It's a totally different focus, totally different reason, right? Yeah.
A couple of thoughts. This conversation started, I think, when Chauncey came on with Carly Bravo's post. If there was ever a guy obsessed with making it, it was Carly Bravo. He didn't start out wrestling at the youngest age. He came in a little late, and boy, did he want it. He wanted it so bad he could taste it, and look what happened. That guy was just absolutely obsessed. Another thing is, while we were talking, a pretty well-known wrestler in Georgia texted and said, I wish more guys could hear Platinum talk right now. So there's that. And David, I wanted to ask you, as someone who came from Georgia and then had to make their way and break into a new scene and a big scene in the Chicago Midwestern area, what's that been like for you, making that transition and coming into a new area?
Man, I hate to be a name dropper, but, you know, it is what it is. And I don't really consider it name dropping. I feel like I name drop so that way what I'm saying has some kind of reverence for those who are listening, just in case they're like, I don't know who the hell David Ali is, fuck that guy. But Keith T. Marshall told me after I first did AEW Dark, this will be one of the things that will make you decide if you want to keep being a wrestler or if you want to hang it up. And I think about that whenever I do anything new. And coming out here was definitely that type of vibe. Although I had people put in good work for me on the way up here, it wasn't an easy feat. The one thing I did have that helped me out a lot was my Georgia resume, just because a lot of the people saw it. And that was also in addition to how booming the scene was while I was a part of it, and me sending the tape out from what we were producing. And coming out here has been rough as far as, like, especially when you're used to those 10, 15-minute matches, those main event matches. When you're used to that, and you do that for 5 years, 3 to 5 years, and then you come to a new place and you're at the top of the card, the middle of the card, and all of a sudden you have to kind of like pull back, but still show enough to so that you can be a part of the locker room and that you deserve to be on the roster. And I've been extremely fortunate to have had the mentors in Todd Sexton, Rick Michaels, Steve Platinum sometimes, that helped me with the things that I needed, the tools that I needed to have, so that way I could go somewhere different and try to give my all. I would not have been prepared for that if it wasn't for those gentlemen. And it's tough, but at this point, now that I've been here for almost 3 years, I've made great headway, and it's only just because I came out here and I showed what I learned from my my great home. You know, I was fortunate. The two big shows out here in Chicago, AAW and Freelance, I've been able to be on top of those and a few times. So just to give some kind of like retrospect for those who don't know what those two shows are, I'm doing the two Southern Honors that are out there, pretty much. If Southern Honors is still the biggest show that's out there in Georgia. Again, I'm not a part of the scene like I'd like to be, but the two Southern Honors that are out there, they got the best visuals, they got the best crowds, and I've been fortunate enough to be a part of those shows and other shows that have that same type of capability out here in the Midwest. So I'm not getting booked back, not at all, especially at this point. But the transition was hard, but it really built character. I think I posted right before, like earlier today, I think, that this was like a full circle thing for me coming on Tipping Point, because right now I feel the most complete that I've ever been. And I humbly feel that way without trying to sound super cocky or without trying to sound about myself. I feel at this point in time in my career and in my life, I'm the most complete version of myself that I've ever been. And I feel like I'm ready to go. I'm ready to just keep banging them out. That was a really
So what is the biggest lesson that you think you've learned in the past 3 years to help you become your most complete self?
Honestly, it's not, okay, I was about to lie. So there is one thing that I learned, and I'm going to use this guy's example because he is a Georgia wrestler. He's one of us. And a lot of people probably don't really acknowledge that because of the level that he's on at the moment, but he is one of us. Cody Rhodes, okay?
Yeah.
The thing that I learned in the last 3 years is that perception is key. Perception is key, along with hard work. If you have those two things, then you can be a megastar. You know, Matt Cardona, Cody Rhodes. Sorry, I had a mind blank. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles. These guys that came off the Indies, and Matt Cardona, who's still on the Indies, that are making money. They figured that out, and that's how AJ got signed at a late age, and that's how Cody is the way that he's looked at right now. And that's the reason why Matt Cardona is the Deathmatch King right now. They knew what they needed to do, hard work and perception. I feel like that's the biggest lesson that I've learned, especially trying to get myself out there, letting people know who I am, or that I am out here, and that I'm no longer based in Atlanta. A lot of people still think I'm based in Atlanta, and I have to tell them. So perception is everything. Showing all these other places that I haven't been to that I am willing to travel by going to Minnesota, Indiana, Atlanta, North Carolina, going to all these places. Showing the perception that I am traveling, that I'm a traveling wrestler, that I'm just like Matt Cardona or the guys that they want to pay $600 to be on their card. I'm just like one of those guys. Perception. The other thing that I learned, I wouldn't necessarily say that I learned, but it's more of a reflective memory thing. I wrestled Joe Black a lot of times while I was in Georgia, and I learned so much from him, and I didn't really realize it until I started betting on myself up here. There are things that I would do in matches that I'm like, Joe did that, and that's the reason why he did that. There's ways that I put my match together. I'm like, Joe did that, and I get why he did that. So it's more of like a, oh man, I should remember the things that I've been taught, adding the one new thing that I taught, perception's everything.
Okay. Love it.
That's really cool that you assimilated those things from Joe. It's sort of like on a subconscious level, that it just sort of seeped into you from working with him. And that's fantastic.
Joe's honestly the man. I know, I don't know how everybody feels about him, personally, but Joe, if it was not for Joe Black, I would not be the type of wrestler that I am right now. If it wasn't for him and Chip Day, not surprisingly in a bad way, but I never would have thought that coming out of where I came from and how I came up in Georgia. I would have never thought that those would be the two dudes that would turn up my game, but they did. Those guys, those Georgia legends, man.
Yeah.
So, David, just switching over for a second to the Change show. Word filtered out fairly early that you really you didn't really like Skrilla, or he didn't really like you, or maybe the feeling's mutual. That it was not just a pro wrestling thing. Could you care to comment?
God bless you, Larry, for bringing this up. God bless you.
I was going to ask that. I was going to ask. Larry got me first.
I like that there was no real segue to that. It was just She got to speak for Skrilla.
Here, I'll cut to the chase. So is it fuck Skrilla for real?
How the hell do you feel about Skrilla?
Skrilla, right? Is that what we're saying? What's happening?
Sorry for the hard left turn there, but
names have been thrown.
Now I know you're from Chicago.
Everything has been thrown out there. Everything is feeling personal. What the fuck is going on, David? There we go. What the fuck is going on, David?
What's
That's my question.
the personal vitriol? Like, okay, first, who started the shit? Be honest. And then, like, what's the thing that he says that irks you the most for whatever reason, either because it's untrue or because it's too true? Like,
and don't give us hyperbole either. Don't give me no damn hyperbole, okay? Don't do that. Don't
Thank
do
you,
that.
Jabari. Yeah.
Excuse me, Jabari talking to you, David, straight up. You know how we talk. Don't give me that. Don't give me no fluff. Give it to us.
Gentlemen, listen. So I'm conflicted, just because. And Steven, you might appreciate this. Jabari, you're going to be at Change on Sunday? Are all three of you going to be at Change?
Of course I am.
I'll be there.
I'll tell you why later.
Oh, I love it. Good. Yeah.
So just this, right?
Oh, no.
They don't need to be talked about.
He would leave on that question.
It wasn't supposed to.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Are you there, David?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Say it again. Whatever shit you were talking, say it again.
Look at that. The phone gods, y'all. The phone gods.
That was a sign.
So, okay. You guys are going to be there at Change on Sunday. So I'm conflicted because should I say everything now or should I wait until the Change press conference?
Well,
I'll see them face.
Okay. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
And save most of it for the press conference.
Okay. I can
That's cool. I just want to know how much. I'm like, what does Skrilla say that really gets to you, man? Like, what's something that he says that either hits too close to home or you think is bullshit, or both?
All right. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna be real composed about it. Sorry, Jabari, but I'm a different type of wrestler these days. I'm a grown man. I've grown up, and the fact of the matter is, my whole career thus far. Even though compared to others, is a very short career. But the career that I've had, I did all by myself. I was trained by a lot of the best. Learned from a lot of the best. Okay? But everything I've done by myself. I picked up. I moved. I went. I trained. I went. I worked out. I went to shows. I traveled. I did everything I could to make sure that David Ali is a name that you guys want to have on their show, they want to have on their posters, and guys want to put on TV. Okay? I could not have done that without the growth that I needed. I went to Atlanta. I trained. I went to Atlanta. I wrestled every guy there. I beat every guy there. Athlete, monster, giant, legend, world champion. I beat them. I didn't do that from a brown nose perspective. I didn't do that from a political perspective because I had no power. The only thing I ever had, the only thing I ever possessed was drive. You hear my voice going up and down in tempo. It's not a promo. I swear to God, I promise. This is just me. It's 100% David Ali wrestling. Okay? That's the fact of the matter. I did all that. I proved myself. I busted my ass. So for me to leave, mind my own damn business like I always have, for me to leave, to do my thing, okay? And it's not just for me at this point. When I started in Georgia, some of you might remember I hailed from Newport, Rhode Island. But because of the love from the fans, from the other wrestlers who did give a damn, Lord knows I only really had 6 actual friends in those locker rooms. But everybody that patted me on the back, everybody that shook my hand when I won the FHW belt, all of them. Okay? I worked through all of them.
You're dancing around the question.
I did that. Okay?
He's dancing around the
For
question.
him to tell me, for him to talk shit about me, to sit on my legacy that I did by myself,
Okay, I see where you're going. Okay.
it's crazy to me, especially coming from somebody who has never done anything. Now, you got dudes on Facebook of all things, Skrilla fans. We're not going to call them Skrilla. Can we just not do that? Let's just not do that today. We're going to call him Tavares, okay? Let's be real. He's not great. He ain't never been great, okay? He's been mid. I was going to say mediocre, but no, mid. You don't even get the whole word, okay? He's mid, all right? For him to talk about me after I busted my ass, I bled for Georgia. I walk around with Georgia on my back. I hail from Atlanta. I walk out here to Chicago, I look these people in the face, and I tell them, I'm an Atlanta wrestler. Get ready. And I take them for a ride. For him to sit on my legacy is crazy to me. For him to talk about my wife is crazy. For him to talk about anything that I've ever done that he's never been a part of because he never was good enough to be in the locker rooms with me is insane to me. So, on Change, on Sunday, June 16th, the All Black Show, the show that's going to represent Juneteenth, Father's Day. The only thing that's going to matter is none of those things. The only thing that's going to matter is me whooping his ass because he talks too damn much. And that's all I'm going to say right now.
My only other question is, will it be on site? And you know what I mean by on site.
Listen, Jabari, I know what you mean, brother. I know what you mean, okay? The one thing that does separate me from him is the fact that I am an actual professional wrestler. You understand? My boy, he can go wrestle for Booker T on low-end NXT all he wants to. He can go do that. He can have fun doing that, okay? He ain't never going to walk through the doors of the Performance Center like me. You understand? He ain't never going to get hit up by Tony Khan like me. You understand? He's always going to be a Georgia guy. So if he wants that crown, he's going to have to kill me to take that crown because my shit's made out of barbed wire.
Grown man to grown man, I appreciate that.
I can't say for sure that match is going to steal the show. I will say that match will be the most compelling thing on the show. Hell, the press conference alone. If you can see this show and you don't go see this show, fuck you. Like, I'm fired up. I'm fired the fuck up. David Ollie made me more fired the fuck up. I know Skrill's gonna hit me up later and be mad that I didn't say some shit to you, but fuck it. Like, wow.
Can we talk about one thing though? Can we talk about one thing? I think it was super cute. You know, Steve, man, bro, this is, okay, I'm conflicted. I don't even know how to say this, okay? So, you've been putting out videos for a very long time, okay?
Yeah.
And people can take that one way or the other, right? Talante was on earlier, and she was talking about lack of constructive criticism. That is a very true fact. But when there is, no one wants to listen. You have very good critiques on a lot of different things. Sometimes they're yay, sometimes they're nay, just like everybody else, because opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But you have critiqued promos. You've critiqued how to get character over. You critiqued how to get aura. That's the new word that everybody's saying these days. Aura. You talked about how to do that. My guy Skrilla went to work and cut a promo at work. He works at a car dealership. He went to work. He drove a rental car into a camera played some terrible ass music and stumbled a promo on me earlier today. Did you guys see that?
I did not. Oh no, I'm going to now.
Oh, I've been keeping abreast of all of this today.
Did you
I've
see
been
it?
keeping abreast. I saw it. I've been keeping up with both of you guys.
Everybody's saying flamed on, he's cold, and I'm like, what is going? This is the real problem with the Georgia thing. What in the hell happens to the Georgia wrestling scene to where Skrilla the Great wins Wrestler of the Year? What happened? What happened? Now, I already know he's going to come back if he hears this and be like, oh, you never won Wrestler of the Year. That's a true fact. And that still haunts me to this day. That really does. That's actually another thing that drives me, is the fact that I never won Wrestler of the Year. But, you know, nobody ever had to tell me I was great for me to know it.
Man.
Oh. To think that David Ali at one point in the history of Tipping Point was right next to C. Nick on any kind of list. I feel like I should get a DeLorean, drive 88 miles per hour, go back and punch myself in the face. Not because just as listening to David Ali now, and I know he said he wasn't cutting a promo, but this man is so deep ingrained in this wrestling game. I'm sure when David Ali orders through a fucking drive-through at McDonald's, it sounds like a goddamn wrestling promo. And it's probably the best order that McDonald's got all day.
They get it.
I'm
glad I didn't come on after this.
About the show than I could have ever did, sir.
Dude, that's the best hype I've seen for this fucking show. And again, it's because it's real. I'm not going to say it feels real. I'm going to say it's real. Fuck.
This is the culmination.
Real, man.
It's just a culmination of a lot of things. And, you know, people have been downtrodden and people have been wanting to break out and let some things out. It just feels like on Sunday, a lot of things will be let out.
And guess what? A lot of promotions could have had this match. Am I wrong, David? A lot of promotions could have booked this match. A lot of promotions could have made this confrontation happen before now, and they didn't do it. So guess what? Tough TK. Yeah.
Steven, let me. I got to stop you right there.
Please.
What? Oh. A lot of people would have booked this. Nobody's booking Skrilla. Nobody would have booked this match because nobody wants him. Nobody wants the guard. He's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Don't pull me into this. Don't pull me into this.
How do I see this fucking match? How do I see this press conference in this fucking match? Are they showing it somewhere? Please say yes.
Okay, I'll tip my hand a little bit. I believe that they are having a full live viewing of it. I'm not sure if they're doing the actual press conference. I can ask. But I think there will be
I'm going to be commentating a show on Sunday and probably watching the press conference on my fucking phone while I'm trying to commentate wrestling. That's how deep I'm into this fucking David Ali Skrilla thing. God damn.
Has Skrilla ever been has Tavares ever been to Southern Honor?
I
don't know. Have you ever been to Southern Pride? Okay, go ahead and say it. I don't know.
I don't know.
What about Wrestle America? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, guys. I don't know. Where did he wrestle at? How is he the best wrestler in Georgia? But, you know, that's all right.
Well, he's the Deep South champion, Skrilla. I believe he's still the Deep South champion.
Fucking Doc. Dude. What do we say all the time, Larry? And Jabbar? Like, what do we say we want? What do you want out of wrestling? I want this. I want two guys where I don't know where the line is or if there is a line. And I'm
after
so
what I've
excited.
seen today, I'm sorry. After what I've seen today, I don't think there is a line.
I don't think there's a line either, Jabari.
There's not a line.
What the fuck? And I mean, these are, oh my God. Fuck. Skrilla, I mean, he might get mad at me for saying this. Skrilla's got, the weird thing is I think the pressure's on Skrilla, which it shouldn't be in the sense that, but I feel like the pressure's on Skrilla. And I don't know what kind of wrestler that's going to make him. I'm fucking fascinated. I am fascinated as fuck.
All I know is
great job.
This is a show improved match. Right here, this is a show improved match.
Yes.
That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going to have to be there to see this live, because I do not see there's going to be any kind of a stream here on this live stream. So maybe they're going to do something with the video later, but I know that PCW streams on IWTV, but this show is not streaming on IWTV. I just checked the schedule.
Okay.
So you got to be there to see it.
And it's up on YouTube. I hope it goes up on YouTube. Because this is like it's so wonderful show. And
man, I've watched entire shows on Jabari's fucking stream. So if Jabari is holding his fucking phone up on Facebook, I'm gonna watch that shit.
I would do my best. I would
bring a charger, bro. Bring a charger, bro.
I might have to on this one.
God damn, David Ali.
David, wow, David. You know, we haven't talked in a while, and we know how I feel about Skrilla because Skrilla's a dick. I will say that. That's you know.
Whoa.
Oh yes, Skrilla's a hey.
Wow.
Listen, King T'Chaka and Skrilla, you know, hey, you know, it's just some things going on. So if you can punch him in the face a few times for me, just please do it.
That ain't gonna be the only thing.
Don't ask no questions. Just know that, you know, King T'Chaka will really appreciate it.
I got your back, man. You've always got my back, so I gotta have yours, right?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
David,
this is one of a kind show though, and I am. When Najitism hit me up about it before I even knew what I was doing, he told me what the premise of the show was, and I was down for it. And I was like, look, whatever we got to do to make this happen, let's just make it happen. I really want to be a part of it. And it kind of reminds me of the show that we had that tap out through. What was it called? It was called
Hell Freezes Over.
Hell Freezes Over. Yes, it reminds me of that. And to be a part of like all of these different like first time things is like something on the bucket list I didn't know was on the bucket list. Especially for Georgia, just because as much shit as I ever talked about Georgia when I first started, I can't say enough good things about like how it took care of me. And I understand and I empathize with those who it's hard for out there. And I think for the most part I try to extend a reaching hand out if I can, any kind of advice, any kind of knowledge that I can to those guys, just because like I really want everybody to have like the upbringing that I had in wrestling. You know, if not better. That's what I really want. I really want it to be better. So hopefully like a lot of young guys come out, they see this show, and hopefully a lot of people who have wrestling powers come out and see the show, and get people over. You know, I hope that's the idea of every show is to help get like some new talent over.
I think this show's there's something special about it already. And I think it's not just the fact that it's like all African Americans on the show. That's very important. I'm not going to pretend that I completely understand the importance of that, but I will say there's a feeling and a vibe about this show that it feels very cutting edge in the best of it. That's something I would never say about almost even something like the Savage 16 and stuff. I was excited for it. I thought it was a great idea. But I feel like this, I mean, there's heat on a show that would seem to have none, where I would almost say, the way the show is structured and the purpose of the show almost seems to negate heat, right? You would think, because it's like, because it's the thing where we're all doing this thing together and lifting each other up and blah, 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 blah. That's all wonderful, but that's not pro wrestling per se, right? But I think you and Skrilla are giving this show something it has to have, which is fucking heat and fucking real and fucking, I feel like someone's getting their fucking ass kicked. Let me ask this very difficult question, David. You know I gotta ask you a hard question. What if you fucking lose? What is that going to do to you if you fucking lose to Skrilla on this show after everything that he said, you said? I feel like you guys are pushing all your chips on the table. Like, what's going to happen?
Okay, Platinum, let me interject 1 second. I don't think it's about wins and losses on this one. Because at the end of the day, it sounds like David just wants to fight. That's why is it on
I'm going to counter that. I said, but David is a consummate pro wrestler, and at the end of the day, David, you can't tell me if Skrilla gets the nod over you that's going to be okay. I don't care if you punch his fucking teeth out and blacken both of his eyes. At the end of the day, if that guy beats you, it's going to affect you, is it not?
So what I've heard over and over and over again, the one jab that nobody can be creative enough to get around when it comes to me and the Savior is, who are you going to save? What's the Savior? Who are you saving? He ain't going to save me. Who's going to save you? Blah, blah, blah. Same thing, different day, whatever. Bowl Cheerios. What people don't really understand about what the Savior is that I push people to their ultimate limit. Okay? So, we'll match somehow, hopefully, pray to God, pray to my mom, pray to his mom, pray to somebody's mom. He comes out a good wrestler, then I win. Because I taught him something. Whether he realizes or recognizes it or not.
That's the answer I wanted. That's the answer I wanted.
That's with every match. Okay? There is no losing. Okay? If you don't learn anything from a match, you lost. That is losing. You're right. That's what that is. If you walk away knowing something about yourself at the end of the day, you won.
I love it. I love it.
Child, Sunday's going to be special, baby.
I don't know if Skrilla's going to be thinking like that. He's not the dope like I am in this game. You know what I'm saying? He's still a baby. He's still, like, trying to get on Southern Pride. He's still trying to, like, get on fucking WWA 4. He's, like, you know what I mean? He's like, come on. He doesn't realize
The
so,
shots that are
win my skin fight, brother.
There we go.
But
stop beating around the bush. Just go ahead and say it.
You did ask a question about a fight. You asked a question about a fight. I'm not going to fight Skrilla this time, okay? I'm not going to fight. We're going to wrestle. Let's see if he can wrestle. Let's see if he can be a professional wrestler. I'm going to wrestle his goddamn lights out. He's going to get gas, and that dad bod is going to be sitting on the side, breathing hard fuck, trying to remember what he got to do next. And that's when I'm going to capitalize, and then that's when the hand's going to get raised, and then that's when I'm just going to walk out of Georgia the same way I've always walked out of Georgia, a goddamn king.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Woo! Sunday, PCW Arena. Mm-hmm. Press conference at 6, bell time 7.
Talk your shit, brother. Good Lord.
I know we got to wrap it up because we're hitting almost the 2-hour mark, but it's flown by. Thanks in part, of course, to Miss Shalante Royal, but of course, also thanks to David Ali.
Can I for a
Yes,
second
please.
put oil over
Please.
for a moment? And I
Yeah.
was listening to her, and like I've seen her when she was Rookie Royal, and man, and she's come a long way, man. I'm so proud of her. I am so proud of her. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. She sure has.
She's polished.
I am a big Shalante fan, and you know, some of the most fun times I've had is just hanging out with her after shows where she's wrestled and just talking to her. She's somebody who I really root for, and I feel like and I honestly feel this way. I think the best is yet to come for her if she can stick with it. If she can continue to find places that'll let her be her. Shockingly, I would think that a place like Ohio Valley would put more controls on you, but after watching that series on Netflix and stuff, I really feel like, goddamn, they're kind of doing wrestling right. They're kind of letting people do their thing. And clearly she's benefiting from it. So if more promotions in Georgia will get on the ball, I know she can get booked in Florida. In any case, David Ali, I'm looking forward to seeing you somewhere down the line, somewhere in Florida, hopefully. But my God, this Sunday, if you're listening to this and you're not going to be there Sunday, what the fuck are you doing? I don't like you got to be crazy to miss that, because something's going to happen on that show, and I think specifically in the match between David Ali and Skrilla that people are going to be talking about. And if you could have been there and weren't there, you're going to feel dumb as hell, and you're probably going to lie and say you were there. So you might as well just go.
Well, put it like this. Unlike the cookout, people are invited to this.
Yeah. Larry, that was you, Larry.
People, everybody can come out to this show. Everybody can come and witness Tavares, I guess, at this point, versus David.
No, they took his name.
Oh, God. Hey, look at Jabari, man. Mexican side.
I had to look at that name to pronounce it correctly. I was like, damn, your mom hated you. Jeez.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I love it.
I'm going to be a babyface. I swear to God. I promise. I'm done.
All right, so real quick around the horn, David Ali, you got Sunday coming up. You have anything else going on this weekend?
I do. It took me out that I got to waste as much energy on Skrilla because Tavares, excuse me. Oof, boy. But on Friday, I'm challenging in a three-way against Jamie Limelight and Aaron Arsenal for the Iron Heart Pro Championship.
Nice.
After I win that match, the next night, I'm going to face whoever I didn't pin the first night to retain. Then I got to go deal with Skrill. But after that, I'm back on the road, baby. I'm going to be in Indiana. Beyonce, Heather Monroe, the Killer Bae. We're going to be doing a tag team match at a benefit show called Every Child Wins against GPA and Laney Luck, two of Chicago's finest.
Oh, hell yes.
We're not done yet, boys. July's almost over with. After that, we're going to be at Second Wrestling in Chicago. Ooh, it's going to be the biggest show they have this year. So that's where I'm going to be at.
Nice. Jabari, you're obviously there on Sunday. Any other appearances for you coming up?
Sunday is the only thing right now. Sunday is it, and this time I won't be on the front row. I might be in the back somewhere. Because you might not know, Larry, because now the Nation of African American Wrestling is actually an official partner for Change.
Oh,
yep. All right.
Yes, I am an official partner for the Change promotion.
That's good.
Yes. Why was that at the beginning?
It was from the beginning.
All right.
It
I
was.
love that.
Actually, to give you a little backstory, Naja approached me at the award show when he was trying to get things together. And he asked me would I be willing to help some things, and I told him yes. Anything that you need me to do, you got me. So we worked it out.
Nice. I love that. You guys are like the biggest supporters, man. I love that. Love that.
Yeah, I had to put my money where my mouth was, and I could not be the leader of such a group. Thank you for being there, Stephen. But
love it. And you know I'm gonna be wearing my NAAW shirt this Sunday. You know I'm gonna wear that.
And you know what? And you know what? From the bottom of my heart, and I haven't had a chance to actually say it to you, but I do appreciate that. I really appreciate you being such a supporter of me.
Of course, man. I love it. Plus, the women of color love it.
I kind of figured that. I kind of figured there was another part to this.
Oh yeah. But we'll talk about it later.
This is mine. I guess this is me dipping my toe into some other things now.
Yes. Larry, are you obviously you're going to be there Sunday? Are you going to go to any other shows this weekend?
It's Shindig on Saturday night, and one last thing I want to get in here. This is from Shalance. She said, if we're still alive, tell David I'm proud of him. He's very inspirational, even if he doesn't see it.
Oh,
nice.
I love
that. That's cool. That's cool. That's
well,
really dope.
Can't wait for Sunday. Thank you, David Ali. Thank you, Shalance Royal. Thank you, Jabari.
Yeah,
of course.
Thank you for calling me and asking me to be on. I appreciate that.
Oh, we love it.
I know I've been away for a minute, but I know I've been kind of back and forth. I got some real life things going on, but I appreciate that.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna be at the establishment. I'm gonna be watching whatever I can watch. Yes. My God, it's fucking craziness. That's a phone call from you know who. What did his mama do to him is my favorite line of the week. Anyway, for Larry Goodman, I'm Stephen Platinum. Get your ass to the chains on Sunday, and we'll see you soon on The Tipping Point.
Okay, what? Get it.
We thank you for listening to this broadcast, a production brought to you by the GWH Radio Network. Stay tuned to GeorgiaWrestlingHistory.com for the latest information on upcoming events and more.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't figure out. I had to pull up. Stuff was going on. I had to pull up some stuff and. I didn't know that this was like a promotion for change. We talked about like so much more than just change. I just thought, it was, I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry that I discovered that the tipping point was, I knew it was somewhere, but I was just slow. And it took me a hot minute to figure it out. But hopefully you guys heard the audio when I did this on speakerphone and whatnot. And yeah. I got to message. Well, I have messages. Anyway, I really hope. I don't know who's still here. Gosh, I don't know why I'm talking like that. I don't want to play anything right now. I do need to get to sleep because I do plan on getting up early, doing my hair, and then hitting the road. I need to hit the road at least by noon. Ideally, I like to get on the road early, but I know that I'm not. I just know that I'm not. It's been a while since I had to get up out of my bed early, and I would love to believe that I'm going to be a productive human to society and get up and do what I have to do, but sometimes what happened is I hit the bed. Wait, what? I've been missing it. I don't know. it sucks, man. That I can't get my butt up when I need to, but it's been a while, and you guys getting older. I did want to try to play something before I went to sleep because I would be lying if I said that I was sleepy. But I have more scary things than anything, and let's see. I don't want to be scared. Let's see. And thriller. Is that Japanese? Is that Japanese or Chinese? Gosh, it's gotten stupid. Now this is Japanese. Is it? It's an indie horror game. Well, it has nudity and sexual content. I don't know if I should be playing this on live on Twitch. It was probably something I'll probably have to. And it's on sale. It's 50% off. I think I'm gonna get it.
又到咗逃出靈界點探靈時間，我係阿海。
唔講咁多，快啲跟住。
Are there subtitles? Was it subtitles? Go back. It says during the night of a Hungry Ghost Festival, a group of young people gather in Kowloon Walled City. They intended to film a short video for their online supernatural channel Beyond the Invisible. Although a few accidents happened at the beginning, they insisted to film the show. The members of the crew disappear one after an... Ooh.
Go away! Go away!
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I should. But anyway, it says the members of the crew disappear one after another. Also, the actress Catherine's behavior became very strange. The strange atmosphere enveloped the entire program group, and Lok was also caught in it. In the face of all sorts of strange phenomena that have exceeded everyone's perception, Lok can't help wondering if... Stop! Oh, that's how I stop it. Okay. Alok can't help wondering if someone has inevitably touched some taboos. Although the doubts are overwhelming, but Lok has no interest. I'm losing interest in this. I don't know if I should really play that per se. But it's 50% off, and I already struggle, so I'm just like, maybe I can get that. It's kind of cheap. This one's only $3, and it's a horror game. Oh, no, go back. But I don't think I can play that tonight. I don't think I can play any horror tonight. Oh, pew pew. Okay. I need to play Baldur's Gate at some point. That Fiercely Fathoming I have yet to finish. And I feel like I'm almost done. Let me see. You're on the road to 10 subscribers. Why did I sing that? What song does that sound like? Oh, Viridian City. I'm on the road to become the greatest trainer, and I won't quit till I'm number one. Number one. I'll keep on. What is this? Oh, try it, and then I'll try some more. Stay together. All the way we're fighting for. I'm on the road.
Let's see. Plays Fears to Fathom. I feel so bold right now. Like, I feel like I'm gonna beat this. What am I playing? Ironbark. Look, I think that's what I'm playing. Oh, I think another one just came out too. Let's see. Okay. It says adjust the slider until the F is barely visible. I don't want to do that. The first F. Oh, it was already there because I didn't even see it there. Wait. Okay. I want to see it a little bit. Okay. Can you guys still hear? Okay. I'm gonna check to make sure you guys can still hear me. Viridian City. It says it, but I also don't know. Because that says speaker. Let's see. You guys might hear me. Okay. We're good. We are good. Oh no. Okay. Right here, right? I'm on the road to become the greatest trainer, and I won't quit till I'm number one. Number one. We keep on trying, and then we try some more. Stay together, but we're fighting for.
We got another one.
I'm on the road to Viridian City. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm skimming through all this because y'all know I played this several freaking times. Okay. Let's I
know it's late, but you're gonna want to see this one, Jack.
Is this my baby daddy that is voice acting here? Let me see. Because if this is... Bark, look out, voice actor. Because none of them have had anyone talk. And if... Okay, I don't think that's my baby daddy. Or he may not know he might be baby daddy. But, so it's like, okay.
Jack?
What?
I need you to wake up. You copy?
Oh no, now that I listen to the cadence, it's not him. Okay, let me stop wasting time. What? Oh.
Jack, you copy?
I'm right here, Connor.
Okay, tell you what. I don't have the energy to do this right now.
What do you have the energy to do at this hour, Connor? Oh, that's not a choice to say? Okay. What happened?
I've been here busting my ass, working on that old piece of garbage generator.
Really?
And now I'm seeing this. Seeing more smoke to my west. Looks like we got another camper. It appears to be in your sector. You see the campsite from your end?
Connie, you don't do anything. How do I... Oh, I don't think I remember. How do I run? Oh, that's how I run. Oh!
You know what?
What?
I don't have it in me to deal with this crap tonight. I'm gonna let you deal with this one.
Of course.
They don't run away this time. time, take their photos and IDs. And if things get worse, don't hesitate to call HQ for help. Update me tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get some rest.
Okay. So, I already know the drill. Give me that. F. Okay. Give me this. What's this? Oh, my hands are full. Okay. Y'all, I am still getting used to PC. I'm still getting used to PC. And they over here cooking some chicken or something. Look at it. I'm still getting used to mouse and keyboard, you guys. Don't shoot me. Or don't sacrifice me like these people are trying to do. Only thing that made sense at the time was to take evidence of it. Oh. And make it the best photo. Let me line it up, you know. Let's get this. Oh, Lizzie Sterling. Okay. Let me take the. Is this the best angle, guys, or should I go to the side? You know, do I need to tilt the camera a little bit? You know. Ooh. Run! Yeah! Ooh, y'all, I'm gonna get got on this one. Ooh. How did I get under? Oh, I thought I went this. This pisses me off. I wish I could just skip this. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, I didn't mean to exit from the whole thing. I wanted to do the other one. I wanted to see if there's one I can go back to. I beat that one. I don't know, guys. I'm tired. I may have just wasted y'all time. Should I give it a... I'll give it another go. I don't want to do this. Okay. Time's up. All right. Can we just skip this part?
We got another one. I know it's late. Jack, I need you. You cop?
Why don't you get up and do it yourself? Oh, I'm looking at this guy. Can I just go ahead and get these things? What if I went ahead and went outside? I don't care. Let me get this stuff out of my way, okay?
Jack, you copy? Okay, tell you what. I don't have the energy to do this right now. I've been here busting my ass, working on that old piece, and now I'm seeing this. Seeing more smoke to my west. It appears to be in your sector. You see the campsite from your end? You know what? I don't have it. If they don't, if things update me tomorrow morning.
Oh, like I said, guys, still getting used to. I wonder will it let me go practice? No. That's mad annoying. I don't want to have to keep starting this part over and over.
And then A Date with Death. That's a lot of reading. I don't feel like doing. Five Nights at Freddy. That was too much stress. I don't think I can be quiet. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I don't want to go to sleep yet, but I don't have anything else just downloaded. Blue Eyes, White Dragon. What? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you. I think I have it. Where's my? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? I guess I gotta give it a go now. Thank you. I'm gonna give it another shot. Here we go. Thank you for the rain. Oh, wait, for Jessica, I gotta go. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna try it again. Why it says that one? Oh, because I clicked on. Why are you popping that up? I have this one. Let's go back. Let's exit. Oh, because I clicked on the wrong one. This one. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can you feel the burning? Ooh, 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 ooh. So many days, so many hours. I want you, let it know, let it go, 'cause your body. Burn, let it burn, gotta let it burn. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting tired of this part. Cottage generator was under maintenance, which meant I had to cover this area for the past 2 days. When there was no fires going, the only thing I had to do is check in on Connor twice a day. That might have been the only time I ever talked, unless I was talking to myself. 2:34 a.m.
We got another one.
What?
I know it's late, but you're gonna want to see this one, Jack. Jack? Jack?
My name is
Shalance. I need you to wake up. You copy?
No. Maybe stop fooling around. I do this every time.
Jack, you copy? Okay, tell you what. I don't have the energy to do this right now. I've been here busting my ass, working on that old piece of garbage generator.
And
now I'm seeing this.
Seeing what?
Seeing more smoke to my west. Looks like we got another camper.
They're gonna get ready to sacrifice me.
It appears to be in your sector. You see the campsite from your end?
Okay.
You know what? I don't have it in me to deal with this crap tonight. I'm gonna let you deal with this one. If they don't run away this time, take their photos and IDs. And if things get worse, don't hesitate to call HQ for help. Update me tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get some rest.
Not me. How did I end back? Oh, I'm horrible at this, guys. The door is open and it pushed me to the side. Okay. And look at them, what they doing. Not y'all sacrificing somebody in 4K. Only thing that makes sense at the time is to take evidence of it. So I'm gonna take a picture, because people won't believe me, unless I got evidence. And go ahead and get this. Smile. Nope. And it's time to give. To be at the end. I can't believe that I can't start this over. I don't know why I'm being so musical right now. Oh my freaking gosh. I'm so upset. I'm tired of starting this over. And I know a lot of this is because I suck at mouse and keyboard. Oh my gosh. Okay, right. Yes, 2:34 a.m. Why can't they just let me start at the chase? I don't want to hear from Connor. It's upsetting me now. I don't care about the beeping now. Wait, Jack, why are you still there?
I tell you, I've been here now. I'm seeing more smoke to my west.
You're making me get up and waste my time at something that you could be doing, and you want to get some sleep, and you're making me deal with this when I've been telling you that something's been up this whole freaking time.
You know what? I don't have. If they don't run away, things get worse. Update me tomorrow morning.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Move, and I'm gonna get I chose that sound and it gets me every time. Thank you so much for subscribing, Jessica. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have to switch that to the other one where it's like the actual song. But I just feel like, content needs to be loud and everybody needs to know when people are subscribing. Thank you so much, Jessica. Guys, if you're watching me and you're not following Jessica, you need to, because Jessica is freaking awesome and she actually knows how to game, unlike myself. Because I'm effing up right now. I am totally dropping the freaking ball. I'm supposed to know how to get away from things like this. I'm getting got at the drop of freaking hat. Thank you. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta sing. Thank you, Jessica, for gifting all the songs. Thank you, Jessica, for gifting all the songs. Now let me catch these killers in 4K. Thank you for the subbies. I truly appreciate it. I know I'm being comical right now, but I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then get it. Much like I'm struggling in this game, I'm struggling in my life right now. But I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there.
Huh?
Key training. This sucks. Says, no, not yet. I haven't played past the 3rd episode. You should play. You should play this. I want to see your. So you're in Carson's house? I don't think I beat that one actually, because I don't know what to do. In Carson's house, that crazy girl got me every time. I'm like, ma'am, what did I do? Like, I know I'm fine and everything, but gosh, like, get over it, girl. So yeah, I haven't beat Carson's house, and I'm on this. And I think what's effing me up is the fact that my mouse and keyboard skills suck.
We got another one.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I gotta do it to get better, right? But no, like, I've been hanging in there. Right now, I'm kind of stuck in that crossroads.
Yeah, you copy. I've been announcing. Seeing more smoke to my west. Seeing more smoke to my west. Appears.
All right, Connor. You know, and I'm sure you know about this, especially like in pro wrestling, you like come up against.
You know, I don't have. Update me tomorrow.
That crossroad of, hey, is this where I keep going, or is this the time where I need to like reinvent myself, or Is it how I look? Is it what I do? You know, like, I don't know. I'm just going through a lot. And to be honest, it might totally be like in my head. I might not see how close I am to, like, you know, how people say, like, you can be like, right, like you're about to give up, but you're like closer than you think. Like, it could be there. And I could just be having a moment. I will say I am hormonal right now because the female curse is upon me, so I do feel like crying at the drop of a hat. Okay, alright, let's take this picture. Like, if I saw like a Brooke Shields commercial, where these people at? Hold up now, where am I? I'm not in the sky. Okay. I would cry because I would think about the puppies. Alright guys, here we go. Ooh, not the rail. It was something about that rail that I had to know. What if I really didn't know? I'm not gonna do that. Ah, get there! That's what you get. Meso de voce, ho. For those of you who don't know, that was a choir insult because we had crescendo, like depending on what you're looking at, decrescendo or crescendo, and when you put it together, it's called meso de voce. Eon. That's some musical terms. All right, we got this, guys. You believe in me? I believe in me. Let's go. Lead, 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 lead. Well, I failed. You know, maybe there's some encouragements in the chat. Let me look at this. Okay. Sit loud. Thank you, Jessica. Yes, we gotta support each other, girl. I was trying to go, and I don't know if I opened the freaking door. It said, as an outsider, your presentation is so different from what everyone else is doing. Please keep being yourself, and I assure you, people are talking. Thank you, Bud Hudson. I just need the right people. But, you know, it's life. Like, in and outside of the entertainment business, we all go through this thing where we're not quite sure if we're on the right path or what we're doing is the right thing. You know, I think what really got me was I was having a talk with my mom. For those of you who don't know, like, my mom is like a diabetic that didn't take care of herself, and now she needs help. She needs my help, and I go and help her. And sometimes it breaks my heart because I'm like, am I making her worry? You know, like, at one point, my life was completely together. Like, my life...
You copy. I can see more smoke to my west. Looks like we disappeared.
Okay. So my life was like I was that friend that I had a nice job, benefits, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I would pull up at your house and I'd be like, get in the car! And you just go where I take you. And I wasn't kidnapping you.
You know what? I don't have it. Update me tomorrow morning.
If we were going to the movies, I got you. Like, if we were doing anything, like, I got you. even my friends that were too stubborn to like accept money from me, what I would do was I'd put money in their mailbox and stuff. And this was kind of like before the days of like where everybody and their grandmother had Cash App. Anyway, and then I went and I got in this business, and now I feel like my personal life has gone to hell in a handbasket, but like my professional life is doing a lot better than my personal life. But then now it feels like my professional life is like really stagnant, and I don't know what to do. And sometimes it does bother me because I don't look like the stereotypical like wrestler. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, or I'm not saying that I have to. But when you're looking at the people who get the opportunities or the push, you're like, you start to compare yourself, and then you hear people say like, "Is it cosmetic business and whatnot?" I don't know. It's late. I need to go to sleep. Like, I'm venting. But am I making sense? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because they say like you either need like a really great gimmick, or you need to look like a freaking adult or something. So would he still get you if you stayed under the bed the whole time? The thing is, do I just have the option to camp out under the bed? That was the option in the first game. It says, it's so crazy because I'm going through the same thing with my dad, but the one thing he kept telling me is to pursue my dreams. Wrestling is a funny business. Sometimes just when you think no one is paying attention or watching, it just takes one phone call to change your life. It's true. It's true. And I'm just venting. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to put on my new wig. I'm going to hit the road. And I'm going to go do my shows on Saturday. And I'm going to do my show on Sunday. And I'm going to act like I'm the best thing popping. I'm going to keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, like, I do love this. And with anything that you love, there's like ups and freaking downs. And it's not over for me yet. But I would be lying if I didn't say that I had moments where I'm like, am I spending too much time doing this? Like, should I be spending more time with my mom? Or should I be spending more time trying to form more personal relationships? Because at the end of the day, like, I don't know. But I feel like while I'm yet young and I have the opportunities to make the mistakes, to have the F-ups, I think this is the time that I should be doing this. You know, it's like if I said, not the music trying to get louder, girl. Okay, but, because she was doing the most. But, yeah, like, oh, is it? Can I play in this screen? No, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I can! I'm learning a lot about this layout, but I do have some new things coming, and who knows where things are going to go. I think sometimes... Where's my other shoe? I can't get off. I think sometimes we also just need other outlets, and like doing things like Twitch really, really helps. We get a whole new fan base, or sometimes we just get to connect with you guys that know what we do, but like I can come here and vent, and then I can go and do whatever I have to do, because at least I can say for me, it might be the same for other wrestlers, but your circle starts getting smaller. It starts to fill up with wrestlers and get smaller with like your personal life, or people in your personal life, unless you really are good at like forming and maintaining those friendships with people outside the business. So things like this is like really matters, and that's why like if there's people still here that came here from Jessica, or even Jessica, if you're still here, like people, it really helps us. It really does. And I'm sure she appreciates like you guys supporting her. I appreciate you guys supporting me. This business isn't easy, and sometimes we neglect the things that we love. Like we like games, we're nerds too. Like, you know, like I like anime, I love this stuff, and I put a lot of that on the back burner, but no more. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Unfortunately, tonight I'm not gonna beat this game, and that's what I really want to do. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. Let me see. And this Five Nights at Freddy's is gonna drive me insane. That was rude. My Freddy is glitching. Like, dude, stop being weird. Is it here? That's suspicious. That's not it. That's Street Fighter. Freddy, come on. Why are you being like this? Why are you glitching? It's not cute. Nobody asked you to be like this. And now you're always seeing my setup. Well, I guess Five Nights at Freddy's not being played tonight, and it's probably for the freaking best. It says it's running too. Says it's running. That's what I said on a treadmill. And what I was doing? Not. I was walking. See, she talking. But I don't know. Alright, guys. I probably need to get myself to sleep so that way I can get up in the morning and actually do what I need to do and hit the road, because I just know how I am. It sucks for me because my sleep schedule is off, so gotta figure out what to do about that. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for rating me, Jessica. I really do appreciate you, and thank you for subscribing. Gosh, I love me some Jessica, y'all. Some Jessica Havoc. Oh, I have more messages. Let's see. Hold up. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? What did I just do? I'm shooketh. There we go. Since you are something special and unique, which sometimes can take time for others to catch up, mixing singing and pro wrestling is amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It says, I think now than ever wrestling is becoming fun to watch again, and it starts with creative wrestlers like yourself who can present something different from any company. Good luck. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm glad I was able to chat with you before I get off, like, because I was going to get ready to go cry in the shower. But no, I'm not saying this for you guys to feel all bad for me and whatnot. It is what it is. It's life, and there's people that have it so much worse. I just know that sometimes my plate can get full and I don't know how to handle my plate sometimes. But thank you for helping me and for reassuring me and giving me that validation. It does mean more than you know. And thank each and every one of you for being here and for supporting me in the ways that you support me. I truly appreciate it. And I'm not giving up yet. I'm not. I'm not. But I thank you guys so much. And I really hope that you have a fantastic night. I love you guys. And I can't wait to see you again. I'm going to do my best to try to stream more. Because I actually really do enjoy streaming. It's just finding the time. And you're on the road. I'm going to get it worked out, though. I'm going to get it worked out. I promise. So, but you have a wonderful night. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Bye. Where can we, what? If you can still hear me over the music, it says where can you watch your stuff or support it anyway. So I am on the roster of OVW, so anywhere you can watch Ohio Valley Wrestling content. I am also on YouTube. I do have my own YouTube channel. I'm currently live on there right now. You can find me, I think it's, let me get it right. Yes, it's the Fighting Siren on YouTube. I do have merch on Pro Wrestling Tees, but I'm going to actually get ready to pull it down and put some more current things there. So if you want like a collector's item or something, I would say get those old shirts, because I'm not going to keep them up there because they're very, very old. But I'm working on some merch. But in the meantime, just supporting me here on Twitch right now is great. I do have a Patreon and an OnlyFans, but I haven't updated on there in forever, so I wouldn't dare do that to you of saying subscribe to either one of those and knowing that it's just nothing but old content. But just please keep in touch here or on my Instagram. I update my Instagram regularly, and that's when I'll let you know when I'm actually doing more content and where you can really support me. But in the meantime, Twitch is amazing. Thank you for being here and subscribing. And you can find me on YouTube, IWTV, Fight TV, which is now Triller. It says I want to do one better. I would love to donate. Oh, thank you so much. I haven't figured out how to put the donation button here, but I do have I gotta figure that out. I do have Cash App, I have Venmo, my Cash App. Will it let me message? Let me see. Maybe it's easier for people to see sometimes. Ooh. So this is my Cash App. And then this is my Venmo. And then this is my PayPal with this email. I know sometimes it's easier to just copy and paste. So the first one was Cash App. Dang it, I didn't mean to send that. So in the order is Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, email. That's what the order which I said. But thank you. In the meantime, I'm going to get ready to try to amp up everything on my Twitch. So I'm getting ready to hopefully revamp this. Like doing the art yourself like sucks, but I'm learning and set up the alerts and everything. And hopefully I can get like a good donation button or whatever. See how this goes. Thank you. I can't wait to shine like a diamond. All the help is greatly appreciated, and you know, I always remember this. Like, it's rough right now, and as I was saying earlier, I was just kind of like all like in the dumps. But thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you, B. Hudson. I really do, and I'm not gonna forget you. I thank you guys. I know I'm just rambling. I'm probably sleepy. I'm feeling this. When is my next stream? I don't know. So I know I'll be streaming on the road, but I won't be in this setup. So I'll be streaming from my phone, and it'll probably be tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. But I'll be traveling. Like, I travel tomorrow. I have 2 shows on Saturday and I have a show on Sunday. So I'll stream from my phone sometimes then, and then I might be streaming Monday night after work, which will be like late, and I believe next Wednesday. Do you do weddings or special occasions? I used to. I haven't done those in a long time. I used to basically be like a singer for hire. Like after I graduated college, I did funerals, which I hated doing funerals. I did weddings. I did like speaking events, like or like honor events, like the police in like my town, or like not the police, they were like a step up, like the Chiefs conference. They did something, so I performed there, and I would go back to like my hometown and just remind kids like, hey, you can do it. So I'll go and sing there. Yeah, but it's been forever. Thank you, Hudson. I'm trying not to wake up the neighbors because we are connected by walls. Thank you. That was pretty. I like that track. What's the next one? Sleep. I'm just avoiding going to sleep. I do this all the time, guys. I'm always singing. Get it? Yeah. If I can just stay in a key, that will be fine. I am determined to modulate somewhere else, and the music is like, stay here, girl. Ew. Yeah. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Thank you for everything you have done. Because I don't know how to spit fire, I'm gonna spit words. I'm a singer, I'm a lover, I'm a friend, I'm here trying to spit this rhyme. I'm not a rapper, but I'm all the above. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you for supporting me. Everything you're doing means so much to me, and I'm gonna rhyme everything with me because I can't think, I'm really sleepy. Ooh, bars coming out of nowhere, hot fire spitting because I'm Shalance Royale. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter where you come from, you have a future waiting on the other side. Every day you wake up is another chance to show who you can be, another dance. Make the most of it, yeah. Who gave me a mic? Who let me be like this? Shout out to my friend JC. If y'all are still here listening to me be ratchet, I appreciate you guys more than you know. Okay, this is gonna be my last one. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to feel it. Yeah. Is this? This is, oh, 2, 3, 4. You know that you are waiting for. I don't like this track. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna find a different one because I said this is my last one and I can't fumble the last one. I like this song, but I'm not vibing it. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, hold up. All right. Okay, I think I like this one coming up. I'm going for real this time. Thank you if you're still here. Oh, Lockie said, I have a job interview in like 25 minutes, and this is exactly the hype I need. Yes, you got this, Lockie. You got this. Good luck on your job interview. You're going to kill it. You got this. I'm sorry that you had to hear me play around all over the place. Finding the key, not finding the key, remixing the key. But you know what? You got this, Lockie. Good luck. Tell me all about it. We celebrate. All right. Good night.